Hi everybody, and welcome back to Just a Girl and Her Knitting. My name is Heather and I am coming to you from the inland northwest Washington state. And I thought I just finished a project, so let's get on and talk about it. It's been a few months since I've had any finished projects or got on here with you guys. The baby's made it hard. She's 10 months old tomorrow, so I've had an increase in my knitting time, which is really exciting. I feel like I finally am getting some stuff done. You can find me on the internets. I will post it down below where you can find me, as well as Etsy for my sock cranking service. If that interests anybody, or sock tube cranking service. But otherwise, I guess let's just get into what I have actually managed to finish and the very few projects that I'm currently working on that are right here in my general desk vicinity. Let me see. I don't have my tripod today. I just have you propped up on a tissue box in front of my computer. I'm taking a break, so thought I'd just go ahead and do this. So, because it's been so long, I don't remember where we start. Do we start with finished objects? Whips. I think we start with finished objects. So with that being said, I guess let's just jump right on into what I have recently finished. So in true fashion, I'm still working on dishcloths. This one is knit on the bias, so I cast on 3 stitches, increase on one side till I get to the halfway point, and then start decreasing on the other side. It kind of follows the grandma's favorite dishcloth pattern that you see all over the internet. I know the Yarn Hoarder knits this one with no holes, but I prefer a thicker edging. So there's one, and here's the second one. So this yarn was yarn I got from Walmart one day when I didn't have any knitting with me or crochet, and I was out doing stuff, so I bought 3 and stuck them in my glove box in my car, my center console. I don't have a glove. Do I have a glove? I don't know. Either way, I had it sitting in my car for knit crochet emergencies, so if I was waiting to do something, then I had something to work on. So my next finished objects, had a lot of downtime during work when the baby's sleeping, so I've been working on some more dishcloths. These ones are crocheted, so they're crocheted on the diagonal. Start here and then crochet till what I want, and then decrease. For these, this is Knit Picks Dishy in jalapeno, in the jalapeno colorway. I have 4 of them. I just need to weave in ends. But 3 and number 4, but I figure I can weave in ends when baby's sleeping. She's with dad today. He took off the week because he had some vacation time to burn, and so he took her to grandma's, and that means I'm all alone. My work is done, so yay, a little bit of me time. That doesn't happen very often, but she's been a blast. But this is what the tag looks like for the dishy. I've almost used up all of my dishy. I only have a few more skeins left, and then they'll be all gone. And then when I crochet my dishcloths, I use my Tulip Itimo. I don't know if you can see that. Nope, it's a size 8, but I really like this one. Started crocheting it, or was crocheting it with, not that one. Was that with the, one of these ones? What's this one? With this one, it's a clover, I believe, maybe. Got it at Walmart when I bought the other yarn. Not my favorite. Not my favorite. So that's all done. Those are my easy, just take them with me, work on them on this upstairs while I'm we're watching TV and the baby's playing before bath time. And then I have a few pairs of socks done as well. So where to start? We'll start with the ones I just finished. So it's Christmas time, holiday time here, and so it's time for me to get socks for our friends who I've been sending socks to for the last 2 years, I think. Is this year 2, year 3, year 2? However long I've had my sock knitting machine. Got my sock knitting machine. Okay, 3 years. It's been 3 years. And they live in Wyoming. They lived in North Dakota. Now they moved to Wyoming, but they used to live here. So I'm working. I got socks finished for them. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Where was I? Oh, friends and socks. Somebody was upstairs in the kitchen being noisy, so my kitchen is right above me. So these are my stairs to my basement, and then my kitchen. But anyways, so they moved to Wyoming from here to North Dakota to Wyoming. And they just got married, which was really exciting. But it's that time of year, so it's time to make them some socks. So what I did was I cranked on my 72 cylinder for my circular stocking machine. I have an Erlbacher Gearhart Speedster in pink, because why not? And what I did was I did a hung hib for 30 rounds. So it's I don't know if you can see. So you crank 30 rounds and you pick up, and it makes this hung hem, so you don't have to do ribbing, which I still haven't figured out how to do ribbing on my sock knitting machine. Maybe someday. We'll see. But then I just went ahead and cranked the whole tube, or the whole skein. So I did all 50 grams, cranked the whole thing all the way down to when I ran out, and then I pulled back 20 rounds to do the toe, because that's about as much. And so I do a knit 1 SSK, knit to the last 3 stitches, knit 2 together, knit 1, and then I repeat. I do my toes on magic loop until I get to 14 stitches, and then I Kitchener. And then he wears a size 9, so I measured. So I have a sock ruler that you take the length of the foot and I subtract 4, then because that's about 2 inches for your heel and your toe. Then once I get my toe in, then I measure whatever. Basically, let's see, let me try this again. So if, like for my husband, his foot size according to the measure is 12 inches long. So I take that, minus it by 4, so that's 8 inches, plus 2 inches for the toe, then I would put in the heel at where 10 inches is. I usually do about half an inch of negative E, so I would probably do 9.5. Then I cut in, and the heel is exactly the same as the toe. I hope that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. Maybe one day when I am doing another pair, because I have another pair to do. But so, and these are made with Patons. Crochet sock. Ooh. In the Singing the Blues Away stripes. I've had this forever, so it felt good to use it up. But again, so they're pretty long, they're pretty tight. I hope that he can wear them. If he can't, then I'll just get him a new pair. I'll make him a new pair. But these are done. They do not match, and that's fine. I don't care. If he has a problem with them not matching, that's on him. I'm doubtful he'll care. He's just getting more socks. And then I have to make her his wife. Since they got married, it's his wife now instead of his fiance. So I still have to make her a pair, but that shouldn't be a problem. So then the next pair I did, hopefully you'll be able to see these. I just dropped everything else that was on my lap. Oh, bagel. So the next pair were a test knit for Nancy of Knit Sip Happy. These are called the Incognito socks. And these were knit out of, I just had the, haha, I found it. Perfect pair. It's a Michaels brand. Got it on clearance. I don't know if they have it anymore. And the color is Dancing in the Dark. And it has these sweet little 1x1 cables. It's kind of hard to see. But these are for my mother-in-law. I knit them in a 8.5 is what size she wears. Let's see. And then another test knit for Nancy of Knit Sip Happy, Nancy Wheeler, were the Wild Geese socks. These are a DK weight sock, and I knit them on a US 3. Oh, these were knit on a US 1, and then the heels and toes on the Patons were a US 1 as well. But they have this, I'm a little late to the party. She already posted this and donated the proceeds to the Canada Veterans. These are for Veterans Day for Canada, but it has these little like peaks, like geese flying in a V. These ones were fun. They came out a little bit bigger than I was expecting. I think I need to wash them again and dry them. I do wash and dry all of my socks because they are a little bit big on my husband. Maybe I could have gone down a size. I don't know. Down a size needle, like instead of a 3, do a 2.5. But I don't know if I have a 2.5. Do I have one? We'll have to look. So anyways, so these were knit out of my Yarnable subscription, which next month is my last one, and then I'm canceling it. In their plush DK. There's their tag. I don't know if that's backwards or not. And the DK, the main color, this bright color right here, is called Seize the Day. Squeeze the Day, my bad. Squeeze the Day. And the contrast color is Spruce the Juice. So I get the deluxe in the DK, and as of right now, my DK weight comes with 100 grams skein of the main color and then a 50 gram skein of the contrast, which, like I said, my last box is in December because I'm canceling it. I have more than enough yarn to last me for a while, and my cranking service has picked up quite a bit, so it's been really fun to have people send me yarn because then I don't feel guilty about, you know, buying yarn and it not leaving my house. This comes to me and it leaves my house almost immediately, which is kind of cool. So all right, sorry, I needed a drink. So my next finished object, and these weren't completed in any order. The Paton socks were literally completed today. Just finished them a couple minutes ago. Finished the heel. So my next one, I don't know where my tag is. The baby is mobile, and so she really likes tags. Well, she likes anything. Anything paper right now, she's really into, and she likes to go and eat it and rip it. So she likes to tear. So anything with tags has now been babyfied. So there's a good chance that I lost the tag to her. But I made the Purl Soho 1x1 ribbed hat. It's a free pattern on the Purl Soho website. It's just a 1x1 hat. 1x1 ribbed hat. This cool star at the top. I used, and it's kind of small on her now, but I used polka dot sheep Sumptown DK. It's a superwash DK, no nylon, and it's super soft. But I knit it for her while we were out at the lake during the last few months. Her other hat was getting too small, And so I wanted her to have one. I still have enough yarn left. I might take the top out and extend it, make it longer, but we'll see. But it's so cute. Baby hats take no time at all to knit up, and I love it. So because we were out at the lake and it was cold, decided to make her some mittens, or some mitts, I guess. So these are knit out of the same yarn. I used Tin Can Knits, the world's simplest mitten pattern, but I did not put in thumbs. I figured it would be easier just to put her hands in these when she was cold versus trying to get her thumb in it. So these are done. And all of these were knit on a size 6. 3. This was a 3. Just kidding. These are also a 3. So they fold up. They're super cute. Okay. One more finished object I can talk about, which I finished yesterday. So this was knit out of Coastal Yarns in the Coastline. I got this in Cannon City. Cannon City? Yeah, Cannon Beach, sorry. Cannon Beach, Oregon, when we were there last May. This is called Haystack Rock. And I test knit a hat for Annabel Williams. It's called Brambly Beanie. And it's due to be released here soon. But it's just this really simple slip stitch pattern. So you knit 1, slip 1. It's kind of hard with a 2x2 rib around the top, around the bottom, 2x2 ribbing, and then you slip the stitches. It's hard to see in this colorway, but then that's the decreases. But it turned out really good. It was a really quick knit. It took me 2 days. I knit it in the car. We were at my in-laws, grandma and grandpa's. And I knit size 1. So here's the leftover yarn that I have left. I have about 20 grams left. So that's my last finished object. I mean, unless we count sock tubes, I guess we can count sock tubes. So I have some Patons sock tubes that are cranked. I just cranked all 50 grams. There's 2 tubes in both of these, and these are on my Etsy shop. And here's the other one, the same color of the one that I cranked for our friend. So these are done. These are listed in my Etsy shop. I have more Patons coned up and ready to go. So, and then let's see, my next 2 whips, I guess, are, I went ahead and I cranked the leftover of this sock yarn that I had from my mother-in-law for Christmas, because she gets socks every year, which I did 30 round hung hem. You can kind of see there, kind of. And then I cranked whatever I had left, and then I still have some of that yarn left, so I can do the toes, which I'll put the toes in here, and then measure and cut in a heel. It's kind of like an afterthought everything sock. There are 181 rows. That's how many rows are on this. These ones have about 240 rows because it's a full skein. This was not. And then my last work in progress, at least that I'm going to share. I have a lot. I'm thinking about gathering them all up and putting them all out there to see what I want to keep working on and what I want to frog. I do have my Stephen West shawl that I started this year. Kind of want to get working on it, but I have some other projects that I feel like I should get finished first, but I need to go through them all and see, what do I want to keep, what do I want to frog, what feels what's bringing me joy, what's not bringing me joy. So, especially since my knitting time is more limited now, I don't have as much time. I would like to work on the things that I am actually really enjoying. My shawls are those, but they're a little bit more involved and it's a little harder with the baby, but she does play independently now, so that does help. But so my last whip, because it's Christmas time and I try to give out dishcloths for Christmas, is I'm working on another one. This one is crocheted. Starting in this corner, I've started the decreases now, and then this colorway is Sea Turtle. Knit Picks Dishy in Sea Turtle. So is that all of them? Is that all my whips or all my projects that I'm working on currently? These I'm gonna pick up for the toes here in a little bit. I have a whole bunch of Patons yarn all coned up, ready to go for this, to do more. I got a cone winder. I don't know if you can see it. So right there in the closet, right here, I got the electric eel wheel, no, Dreaming Robots electric cone winder. And I was using a drill with a little stopper on it, and you put the cone on it, and it's, the drill I use is super heavy, so it was starting to hurt my hands. So we invested in this guy. Makes coning up yarn so much easier. It takes about 2 minutes from start to finish. I timed it the other day to see how quickly it took me. So that was pretty cool. I have 4 orders coming from on Etsy. I have, I think, 30. Is that right? 10, 5, 15. Actually, I do think I have 30 tubes to crank. So that guy right there is really helpful. My husband uses it. He gets it going. He just goes one after the other. So I'll be working on those. That's been taking up a lot of my time, that and the baby. But I'm hoping, oh, I forgot to say, and for the contrast heels, I'm using Patons Croy Sock and Gentry Gray, which I have plenty for more socks if I choose to. But yeah, not a lot going on, not a ton of knitting. But when you have a baby and full-time work, it makes it difficult to find time. But picking back up, I'm doing more than I had been doing, so that's been nice. And then my needles, I forgot to say what needles, because I always do, which they're my Chiagu red lace needles. They have the bent. I'm not the biggest fan of that, but I do use it. But anyways, oh, the Brambly Beanie, the one that the test knit, I used my Chiagu's US size 6. I never remember to mention needle size. Chiagu red lace needles, size 6, 4mm. You would think that I would get better at that, but I don't. I just knit when I can. So I think that's it. Pretty sure I showed you the other dishcloths, because I have a stack of dishcloths over here next to me that all require the, oh, sorry, Bagel, my dog's under me, that require the ends to be woven in on them with those green ones. So I have a stack. But other than that, would you guys like to see my shameful amount of whips I have? Would that be fun? I'm kind of afraid of it, because I know that there's more, like, I have a lot upstairs in bags and throughout. And I have a lot in the garage because when we were moving me out of the baby's room, I just put a whole bunch of stuff in bins and sent it all out to our garage. So I know for a fact that there's a ton out there that need to be gone through, but maybe I'll just start with the ones that are inside for now and go from there. I have a lot of sock tubes that are pre-cranked that I need to put heels, toes, and cuffs in, but I feel like those are just randoms. But I have some sweaters on the needles. I have some shawls, some actual socks, patterned socks. So yeah, maybe I'll try to do that next month. And then, yeah, we'll try for sometime next month. And then the only thing that I plan on working on next month is my advent skeins. I got my Woolens and Nosh DK and my Woolens and Nosh fingering weight, and then I got my Cozy Knitter fingering weight. She only does fingering weight. Those are all here and ready to go. I just need to cake up the contrast colors so I can start heels, toes, and cuff, or heel or toe or cuffs. Pre-do my cuffs ahead of time. So, alrighty. Well, thank you guys. Sorry it's been a minute. Didn't have a lot of time to knit, but like I said, it's picking back up. Probably still won't be the quantity that I used to knit, but it's definitely, it's getting there. It's getting there. So, alright, well, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you. Bye.